Hi, welcome to my video. My name is Amber and I'm obsessed with all things occult, astrology, tarot. So if you're with me, you're with me. Okay, so we're here. So these first few videos that I wanted to put out were about astrology. I feel that it's very beneficial for all of us to learn ourselves and our patterns and how we end up in situations unconsciously, and just how we use our energy on a day-to-day basis, how we learn, how we think, how we talk. Astrology really helped me bring that language all together, and I really want to help it bring that language together for somebody else. So first, before we get into the planets, because today we're going to talk about planets. So before we get into the planets today, I wanted to make sure all you guys knew how to get your natal birth chart. You can go on astro.com, or you can just go into Google and type in whatever you want. And once you get onto there, it'll ask you for your date of birth, your birth time, and where you were born. And once you put all that information in, it'll show you this pie. This pie basically is split up into houses, zodiac signs, and planets, and a lot of other things. But for today, we're just going to stick with planets. So once you find your pie, you can save it, read it. Some websites have interpretations, but you'll realize over time, and the more you want to learn astrology, that everybody has their own interpretation and meanings of certain things. So you can keep learning as you go and learn your own birth chart. I encourage you to learn your own birth chart and read different interpretations. And if you would like me to drop a book list that I drop below and my favorite people to watch or I learned from, then just let me know. I will. Okay. So anyways, now that you have your birth chart, we're going to talk about the planets. All right, I took notes, so my moon is in Virgo, and you're gonna see what that means in a second. So anyways, the first planet that we all know, which is our sun sign, is the sun. It's our core identity. It's the heart of you. It's literally who you are, what you want to be, how you progress through the world. It is your sense of purpose, your ego, how you create. It is also your inner child, that inner joy. How do you tap into that? The sun rules Leo, and it also rules the 5th house, but we'll get into that in another video. It's your emotional needs, your relationship to your feelings. It rules the sign of Cancer and the 4th house. It's your relationship to your home, to your ancestors, to your mother, especially your mother. It's feminine, and it's receptive and reflective. Your moon is when everybody goes away and it's just you at the end of the day. When you're in the shower or when you're laying down and everybody's asleep, your moon is you. Your moon is you, and all that other stuff is taken away. So yeah, the moon also rules body rhythms, menstrual cycles, cycles of sleep. Some say when the full moon is here, we have actually a lot of energy and we want to sleep less, and when the new moon is here, we're more reflective, we're more introverted, and we're ready to go lay down. I'll be ready to lay down. Anyways, so the next planet that we have, is our third personal planet, and this one is Mercury. Mercury is how you think, how you talk, how you learn, how you process the things that you are learning. It's also the ruler of the mind, communication, messages, details, technical abilities, perceptions, learning, how you learn different languages, how do you speak those different languages to other people. Learning what sign these planets are is how you'll be able to maneuver your energy, harness your energy, and learn how to flow, yes. All right, now we're gonna get into Venus. Your Venus is how you love. Oh my gosh, I love Venus. But anyways, it rules over Libra and Taurus, and it rules the 7th house and the 2nd house. This is one of our second of our personal planets besides our sun and our moon. And then there was Mercury, and now we have Venus. It rules the senses: touch, smell, hear, taste, everything, all your 5 senses. It rules all these things: people, money, food, all these things that you love and beautify yourself with. It's all Venus. All things: art, beauty, sensuality, harmony, everything that we need. And it's Libra season right now, actually today. Okay, anyways, Mars is our passions, our drive. It's the last of our personal planets, and it rules Aries, which is also our first house, and the 8th house. We'll talk about why some planets have 2 houses, and we'll talk about that at another time. But it's action, drive, courage, aggression, anger, fighting, sometimes violence, sometimes aggression. It's passion, it's impatience, it's a life force. Aries is the first zodiac, so it's that I am, it's that initial, it's the top, it's the first one to come out the gate swinging. So Mars is definitely important to know your Mars as well. Jupiter, yes, all right, now we're on to Jupiter. Jupiter is the first of our social planets. It rules Sagittarius and ruler of Pisces as well, and it rules the 9th house and the 12th house. Once again, we'll talk about why some places have 2 houses, some planets have 2 houses, and some only have 1. We'll talk about that why. There's only 10 planets and 12 zodiac signs, so some of us gotta share, okay? Some of us gotta share. It's all right to share. All right, but Jupiter is the learning planet. I love learning about Jupiter. Jupiter is the guru, the teacher of the zodiac, that God energy. It's God of the sky, freedom, optimism, generosity, luck, expansion, truth, the prophet, the explorer. Saturn. All right. Saturn is our second social planet. It rules the 10th house and it's the ruler of Capricorn. All right. It's that authority, it's that father figure. It rules limitations, boundaries, fear, denial, control, maturity, tradition. It's those elders, it's those rules that society puts on us, that your parent tells you, that your teachers at school tell you, that at daycare they tell you not to do. Saturn, that authoritative figure, it's your father. Okay, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius and the 11th house. It's that awakening energy in this planet. It shatters boundaries. It's the only one that has a tilt on its axis. So Uranus is that one that'll come and tear some shit up, That's just Uranus for you. We can't hide from Uranus, but you can't know what your Uranus is. I always say there are no bad planets and there are no bad signs, and there isn't anything bad that you're going to find on your chart, because your chart, let me put my notes down so I can push it off. Your chart is who you are. Your chart is, God was so proud of you, he took the screenshot. Your birth chart is who you are and your patterns. It's not fortune telling, it's not telling your future, it's telling your patterns, it's telling the energy that you were born into and the energy you would naturally fall into. And when you learn how to work with those energies, and when you learn how to tap into that and work with the energies that are transiting around you, because the planets didn't stop after you were born. Like, once you see that chart, that's not how the planets are right now. They keep on moving, keep on going. It's important to be aware. Like, I'm not saying it's not going to rain. I'm not saying things aren't going to be easy. I'm not saying that you're going to like everything that you read, but I'm saying you should be inspired and you should be motivated to do the work and get better and learn. Like, because who am I to say, but who is anybody to say that learning yourself through your birth chart isn't one of those keys that you're missing, so you can tap into the divinity that's within you. We all have divinity that's within us, and using your birth chart will help you be able to unlock that because sometimes we just go along with whatever society says, and we forget that we do have a choice. We know what free will is, and we say we have free will, but we don't actually practice it all the time. You have a choice to work with the energies that were made inside of you. You have a choice to be aware of those energies. You have a choice to love them and accept them. You have a choice to change them. But how can you do any of those things if you don't even know? We only have two more planets. Neptune rules Pisces in our 12th house. It's illusions, confusions, dreams. It's our conscious self, psychic activity, trance, like drug-induced states, meditative states, prisons, hospitals. Neptune rules all of these things. All right, Pluto was demoted, but it's still important on your natal birth chart because it wasn't demoted then, and it's still right there, and it still has an effect. Its energy still impacts us, and its energy is still within us. So Pluto rules Scorpio, which and rules our 8th house. It's the guardian of the underworld, transformation, psychological depth, and soul's desire to evolve. Our soul always wants to break into the next one. We come down here where our soul wants to go north. Pluto is that transformative energy. It's that darkness. When Pluto is that underlying reality in realms of karmic wounds. It's sexuality, repression, depression, and obsessive behaviors. I am Pluto in the 1st house, so I'm definitely obsessive. But it's okay. It's okay. All right, well, we do have Chiron. Chiron is an asteroid. It's not really a planet, but it is going to be on your birth chart, and we can go through like the different asteroids and comets and those that have effects on us. But Chiron is the wound of our birth chart. It's where we hurt the most. It's where we have to heal that. Like, we have to, once we heal that, we heal our whole chart, and we're able to be on the path of healing others in that same way. We all have Chiron in a different sign, in a different house, on a different, we all have it in a different place. Your birth chart is unique. Nobody has the same birth chart. Even twins. Nobody has the same birth chart. Nobody has the same birth. Thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble about the planets. This is my first video. They will get better. But thank you guys for listening. And I wanted to leave you guys with a quote at the end of this video. And it's, I love and accept myself for all that I am now. But I'm excited and I'm mindful for all the ways that I intend to grow. Thank you guys so much once again for being here. And keep learning, keep studying, be curious. Go learn your birth chart.